Coming to you live from the CIS Arena in Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam, we're bringing you the continuing action of the 9th season of the ABL. We continue to rise to greatness. However, they say that streaks are meant to be broken. That's what's bound to happen for one of these two teams. Saigon Heat, always packing this arena. But the visiting team today, Formosa, trying to protect a perfect record, also bringing in some reinforcements. Good day, basketball fans around the world. Sean Sulit here with Coach Kevin Yurkus. Coach Kevin, it's going to be one heck of a battle. We know these players have been at the top of their game. Both the Saigon Heat, the Formosa Dreamers have come into this season looking like different teams. They are perfect so far.
They won one game last year, already 3-0. Off to a 3-0 start, Dean Murray's club, making a great impression in ABL 9. Their first season, their debut season, they struggled, no question about it. But they made their changes in the offseason, and they look like they're a real contender in ABL 9.
That's right. You also saw the previous games of these two teams. They have been just sweeping every competition that came their way, and that's why you see here that Formosa and Saigon are on the top of our team standings.
Well, we got a battle of 3-0 teams, like you said. Somebody's streak is going to end here. Formosa 3-0 with 3 road wins to start the season. This is their 4th straight road game. Looking to go 4-0. Very impressive start. And Saigon Heat as well. A 3-0 start. Not playing that well in their first 2 games, but played really well in their 3rd game last Wednesday at CLS.
Well, Formosa brings in a revamped roster, Coach Kevin, and one of the guys leading the way, Malcolm Miller.
Malcolm Miller is off to a sensational start, averaging nearly 20 points a game, shooting the ball really well, and making big plays down the stretch. He did it in Game 1 at Singapore. He did it in Game 2 at Hong Kong. Big shots. He's got that high release. He's tough to defend. And he's playing like a real pro right now.
Well, if we're talking about the main guy, well, for the Saigon Heat, it has been Trevon Hughes, #2 scorer in the ABL right now.
Yeah, and leading the league in steals as well. Maybe a little early to say, but the early MVP candidate, Trevon Hughes, playing with tremendous poise and composure, taking the Saigon Heat team on his back, willing them to victory in the first 2 games. It's just a true pro and a true leader, giving this team a lot of confidence into their 3-0 start.
Absolutely. Well, Trevon Hughes has been scoring for them. He also has been helping out by making his teammates better. Let's take a look now at the Saigon Heat as the home team gets introduced in their home court.
Yeah, you see Saigon Heat this year, one of the benefactors of the new eligibility rule changes in the ABL. There's a lot of Vietnamese, overseas Vietnamese players, primarily the makeup of this team. You see a number of Vietnamese Americans. Again, the rule changes, Saigon Heat, a major benefactor, Sang Din, Chris Durker,
Justin Young. Number 11, Đinh Hành Sang. Number 1, Trevon Hughes. Our captain, number 13, Bobby Bonatowski. Head coach of Saigon Heat, Mr. Kyle Julius. Assistant coach, Mr. David Singleton. Xin trân trọng giới thiệu giám sát viên và tổ trọng tài của trận đấu ngày hôm nay. Commissioner referees for this game are Mr. Lê Việt Đức, Mr. Natabong Jontaba, Mr. Chi Kyung Alan John, Mr. Wei Chen Chu. Và xin mời tất cả mọi người chúng ta hãy cùng đứng lên để làm lễ chào cờ. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the national anthem. Quốc ca.
Quân Việt Nam đi chung lòng yêu thương, bước chân dồn vang trên đường ngập lên xa. Cờ in bao chiến thắng lòng hồn nước, sông ngoài xa trên khung quân hành ca. Đường vinh quang xây xa quân thù.
So the stage is set for this meeting between these two teams, both undefeated, and like you saw there, a lot of Saigon fans, and that's already a normal sight. But there are a lot of Formosa fans, and I'm sure they are excited with the start of their teams. Aside from those stars, Malcolm Miller and Trayvon Hughes, Cal Barone and Will Artino also doing damage.
I think this is the key matchup in this game. Similar players, guys that can attack the glass, that do a lot of little things, make winning plays for their team. Will Artino has been the silent killer in these first couple of games. Cal Barone struggled the first two games, but last game he had a breakout game in CLS. I think this is going to be the matchup that could decide the game.
And one thing that Formosa coach Kevin did also in preparation for the ninth season is they brought in some reinforcements from the locals of Taiwan. One of those, Tien Lei, a veteran of the Taiwanese national team. The other is Chai Wei. And these two have really formed a duo that's so difficult to stop.
Yeah, Tien Lei played only 8 minutes against the Wolf Warriors last game. He had 14 points off the bench. He's got good size, he can shoot the ball, he can stretch the floor, allow the imports, allow Miller and Glass to be able to get to the glass, but you have to respect Tien Lei's outside shot. And then let's talk about Li Shui-Lin, the former MVP, finals MVP of the CBA for the Beijing Ducks. That's an outstanding signing as well. National team point guard, CBA experience, 34-year-old brings his veteran leadership as well. So this is a veteran team with a solid group of imports, and that's a good mix. That's why they're off to a 3-0 start.
And the two guys, well, three guys actually we highlighted earlier, Li Shui-Lin, Will Artino, and Malcolm Miller are on the starting lineup, joined by Kenny Chen. And of course, Tevin Glass, the big man in the middle for the Formosa Dreamers. We're taking another good look at Tien Lei. Also expected to make his impact felt here in this match later on. Now for the Saigon Heat, they're sticking to that starting lineup that features Sangdin, Murphy Bernatowski, Cal Barone, Trayvon Hughes, and Justin Young. Also a lot of impressive new faces from the locals of Saigon.
What I'm impressed about with both starting lineups, very athletic starting lineups. Saigon Heat, the two local players, Sangdin and Justin Young, can move their feet, can play defense, can both get up to the rim. We saw it last Sunday against Macau. We saw Justin Young guarding Anthony Tucker, Sangdin guarding Mike McKinney. Both did a very good job. So their athleticism from their locals is a real factor in why they're off to a 3-0 start.
You've coached either for these players or against these players on the Saigon Heat, Coach Kevin. Who do you think is really set to make the strongest first season of the ABL?
Well, I think everybody knows about Justin Young. He made the game winner in the first game, season opener, and he's just poised and getting better and better. He has a lot of professional experience. Sangdin has risen every year of his professional career, but the one guy that's due to break out is 6'7" Vietnamese American Chris Durker. When you look at Chris Durker, he looks like an NFL tight end. He should be in some GQ model shoot, but that 6'7" frame and his strength and his ability to be able to defend multiple positions, to guard imports, to guard the big locals. He's had moments in his debut ABL season, but he's due for a real breakout for the Saigon Heat.
Durker, of course, from Canton, Michigan. Also played for Madonna University, where he was the career leader in rebounds, total of 908 in his collegiate career there. And we saw glimpses of that against CLS, where he was lording over the paint. He was getting boards over even the likes of Maxi Esho and Stephen Hurt.
He does a great job of attacking the offensive glass. When he gets the rebound and he gathers himself, his strength and his ability to finish above the rim are a real advantage. Where he gets into troubles when he starts to hurry his shot. He made some great plays against CLS, and he made a couple of plays where you had to kind of give him a pat on the backside and said, you'll get the next one.
Let's talk about Formosa, Coach Kevin, and how it's one thing to start a season 3-0. It's another to win all three of those games on the road.
Not just on the road, but the first two games at Singapore, who looks like one of the leading teams in our league, well, they are one of the leading teams. And then to go into Hong Kong Eastern, and Malcolm Miller hit that corner game winner, dagger three to win those road games early in the season, I talked about it earlier, it just gives the team a sense of confidence, and it allows the team to rally and really get the momentum to push for a championship run.
Really a lot of similarities between these two teams. Similar 3-0 records. Also similar that one of those 3 games were won by a game winner. For Saigon, it was Justin Young with that one over CLS. But someone's got to give. Game is on now between the Formosa Dreamers and the Saigon Heat. Trayvon Hughes, quick steal. You mentioned him as the leader in steals and points. Those are exactly what he gets.
That's a great job of getting out in the passing lane, anticipating the pass, the ABL steals leader, getting a nice run to the basket, and getting a foul on Malcolm Miller, an early foul. We've seen that in ABL 9, imports getting in early foul trouble. We've seen it with Sam DeGuara, we've seen it with other players. That's a tough foul, but a great play by Trayvon Hughes.
He just read that pass very well. Young Formosa, you gotta be aware that the leading stealer is there, and there are also other guys like Bernatowski. However, tried to do a little bit too much.
Saigon Heat coming out with some early pressure in the first 3 games. We saw them play more of a come out with a slow tempo, half-court type game. Now they're coming out full court press. Looks like Coach Kyle Julius is seeing something in the ball handling, or lack thereof, with the Formosa Dreamers.
Well, from your point of view, Coach Kevin, why do you think that Saigon deployed this very early?
I think Coach Julius thinks they have an advantage in the backcourt, that they have an advantage with their guards. So they're going to push the tempo up, force these guards to make plays, see if they can hurry them up, and try to get some easy buckets off turnovers.
Well, definitely Formosa feeling the pressure. However, they get a chance to set things up. Only 7 seconds remaining on their shot clock. Chien with the inbound to Lee. Extra pass to Miller. Announces the entry of the Formosa Dreamers in the CIS Arena.
So again, I talked about it earlier. Lee, the veteran player, the former CBA Finals MVP, makes a great backdoor cut and hits Miller with the flush.
Here's Hughes again. Bernatowski open from the corner. 3 is good.
Good to see Bernatowski starting out early. He's been hit and miss early in games. To get that first 3 to go down, let's see if he's got something.
In the last game, Murphy Bernatowski was 1 for 11 from downtown. Artino tried to put that one up.
That's the matchup we talked about, Artino versus Barone. Barone won that first quarter mini battle.
Here's Barone, the handoff to Bernatowski. 8.5 minutes remaining. Murphy puts up another one. May have been a heat check. Barone there. And he draws the foul. That's going to be number 2 on Malcolm Miller.
That's a tough one on Miller. Not much he can do there. He got caught in no man's land. He was still moving as we look at the replay. Artino should have secured that rebound. That's what happens. These crazy loose balls often lead into fouls against critical players, and that's 2 on Miller. Let's see what Coach Dean Murray does with 2 early first quarter fouls on Miller.
You're absolutely correct, Coach Kevin. Both fouls committed by Miller came off of steals taken by the Saigon Heat. And all he was trying to do was pop an easy basket, but had to give up fouls.
8:22 to go and his second foul. I know what Coach Dean Murray's thinking. He takes Miller out now and sits him a long time. He might ice him, so he's going to trust his import here to not get his third.
We know how important Miller is to this squad. Trying to create on offense, comes up short.
Good defense by Hughes there. Forces Miller into a tough fadeaway 3.
What a move from Trayvon Hughes. Just couldn't get the layup. Let's split the defense very well. Chien leading the break. Young guarding him. A former VBA Defensive Player of the Year. Artino, they swing it out. Miller attacking again. Extra pass. And that is the importance of a Malcolm Miller.
Sensational ball movement there by the Dreamers. Artino got it inside. Looked like he had an easy bucket. Stayed patient. Swung it to the corner to get a better shot.
Sunk in. First touch of that basketball. Looking for Barone. He was sent back by Tevin Glass. And on the offensive rebound, Bernatowski was stepping out of bounds, I believe. So the basketball will go back to the Dreamers.
Yeah, here comes that pressure again.
Good energy to start this game for him.
Great energy. And I'm watching Miller closely here. You know, sometimes when a player gets 2 early fouls, an impact player, your leading scorer, sometimes offensively they'll play just as tentatively as they do defensively. So let's watch that matchup.
Martino spotting the backdoor cut of Chen. Extra pass out to Miller. 3 is good.
Well, he wasn't tentative on that shot, was he? Again, another great play. Poise and patience by the Formosa Dreamers at the rim. Instead of Chen forcing a shot, a contested shot, he finds Miller for a wide open 3.
Bernatowski spin baseline. Hughes all alone. 3 is off. Kenny Chen with the board.
It's a good look, just a missed shot. Got a chance for Formosa to perhaps take the lead.
Pick and roll between Lee and Ardino. Glass versus Bernatowski. And Murphy will be called for the personal. Tevin Glass, for a big man who stands about 6'8", he has the ability to put that ball on the floor.
He does. When he gets ISO'd there on Bernatowski, that's advantage to the Dreamers. I didn't really like that call though. Ticky-tack, minor hand check. It's one you could probably let go when you've got players with this physicality at this level.
Sang Din was caught holding on to Li Shui Lin as the Formosa guard tried to get that inbound. Another foul called on the Saigon Heat.
Sang Din's a good defender, an athletic defender, but sometimes he gets caught making those fouls. He's got to avoid those if he wants to stay in the game.
Glass versus Young. Chen now will take the corner 3 and will miss. In with the rebound.
You can see Saigon Heat very athletic on the defensive glass. All 5 guys can get the ball above the rim.
Barone with a spin. Couldn't get the shot. Great hustle from Chen saving that basketball. Kevin Glass all alone in transition. And he was lucky that Sande was not able to get full control of that basketball. How do you like that fast break? Is it should Glass have hit on the brakes and waited for teammates?
Well, I like to play fast. I like to get a lot of shots. That's my style. You get a player like that with that kind of athleticism who gets a run out, if he thinks he can get to the rim, by all means.
How much liberty do players get from coaches in those situations, Coach?
I think every coach is different. Some coaches like to control the game. They like to see 3 or 4 passes. They want to set their offense up. We see that a lot with the Macau Black Bears with their 2 guards. Other teams, you have athletic wings. You see it last night for most of the Dreamers. You got to let your athletes get out and do their thing. And it's always a balance as a coach, allowing a player's individual freedom versus the execution.
Lee sends it out to Glass, puts up a 3, will not go. Ardina tried to save it, but it goes straight to Coach Kyle Julius. That gives him an opportunity to send out instructions.
Coach Kyle Julius was a heck of a player back in his day. Good wing player, 3-point shooter, guard, tough as nails on defense. The Saigon Heat this season, with a 3-0 start, are taking on the personality of Kyle Julius as a coach and as a former player.
And this is a secret. Kyle Julius actually has a jersey underneath that long sleeve. It's just in an emergency situation where he needs to bring it out. He probably will.
I bet if you take 10 ABL coaches, I'm taking Kyle Julius to win the one-on-one tournament.
Lee breaks down the defense of Saigon and gets to the rack.
Taiwanese national team player, former CBA player, calm and composed. Excellent play, and a steal.
Yeah, taking that ball away from Trayvon Hughes. Kenny Chen finishes the fast break, and the Dreamers take the lead.
Good play by Chen. Glass wanted the lob there, but he gave it to Chen gave it to Glass early, and then right back to Chen for the easy layup.
Bernatowski gets fouled. Lee was tempted to reach in, and he will send the import of Saigon to the free throw line.
I talk about this often, not only with my own team, but in Southeast Asia, in this region, if you reach, even if you get all ball, 19 out of 20 times, it's a foul. I had a lead referee tell me, we're going to call that foul almost every time.
We have a timeout on the floor. We'll be back with more of your EPL. As you already know, in the many years that the CIS Arena has hosted the ABL, fans in here get crazy. But what's crazier, Coach Kevin, is that the Formosa Dreamers bought at least 300 tickets. And you're seeing the side, all wearing black. On the left side, behind the rim, it's a sea of red supporting Vietnam. But those black shirts all supporting Formosa.
Well, we talked about Formosa being 3-0 and 3-0 on the road, but are they really a road team? My guess, these fans that are here, this is not their first road game. They're following this team around. They got a great fan following, and it shows here at CIS Arena with at least 300 fans.
I think it's the first time that I saw the crowd here inside this arena equally divided between the two teams.
It sure is, and should make for extra excitement today.
Absolutely. Another steal for Saigon. That's already their third in the first quarter. Baron was fouled, and Lee will commit his second. He's arguing that he didn't do enough to be whistled for a foul, but he did stop the path of Kyle Baron.
Now something else I'm watching here. Through 5 minutes and 40 seconds, we've got one official seemingly making all the calls. Outside official made that call, didn't have the best angle. The official underneath had a great look at it, didn't blow the whistle, but nevertheless, it's Baron going to the line for 2 shots.
Kyle Baron coming off of a strong performance in their last game.
And we're going to get a look at Chen Shi-Yen. Going to get his first action. Another veteran player, can handle the ball. He's got a ton of experience, Taiwanese national team. Let's see if he can come in and make an impact.
Woo Sung Wei, also breakout player for Formosa last year, his first year in the ABL, has checked in, and he will handle the basketball right now for Formosa. Quick pass to Miller, and Formosa breaks the press of Saigon. Glass on opening. Goes to the rim. Couldn't get it. The defense of Baron waiting for him.
Good job of Baron testing Glass at the glass.
Celia from the corner. That's his spot. And he gets money on the three.
That's what Corey Celia does. He's a special league corner 3-ball shooter. He struggled in the first 3 games, but it's good to see that first one go down for Celia.
Miller using that pick and roll with Ardino. Not materializing for Formosa though. They reset their offense. Miller from outside gets those 3 points back.
Good shot by Miller. Big shot as they stop a Saigon Heat 7-0 run.
Oh boy, what a first quarter we're having here.
Both teams playing at a very high level. Saigon Heat's pick and roll defense has been the key so far. Big reason why they're up 17-14 early on.
Bernatowski actually set up Baron well, but it was a 3-second violation called on Kyle Baron. So the Dreamers will get possession once again.
Justin Young on Malcolm Miller now. Trayvon Hughes is guarding him early on. Kyle Julius has done this the first couple of games, rotating his defense, putting Justin Young, Sangdin, Corey Celia on some of the other team's imports.
Probably the only matchup that will stay steady for the entire game could be Kyle Baron versus Will Ardino, which you mentioned was the key matchup here.
It's the key matchup. These 2 guys are similar type players. They're not terribly athletic. They're smart players. They do a lot of little things to help their team. Setting screens, getting offensive rebounds, finishing around the rim as well.
Hughes, short arms the 3. Rebound by Celia though. Bernatowski looking to score. Gets rid of the defense of Chen and finds the an opening.
Bernkowski got away with a push-off there, but he did it just enough not to get called. Good bucket by Bernkowski.
2.5 minutes remaining in the first period. Here's Chen, out to Miller. Martino again providing the pick. Miller goes against it. It was a good intention from Tevin Glass, wanting to swing it out to Woo Sung Wei, who is another corner specialist. But ball would not reach his hands. Out of bounds, ball goes back to the Heat.
Yeah, can't tell if that got tipped or not. By the angle of how the ball went out of bounds, it's hard to think that Glass just threw it.
That's right, that's
Kyle
right.
Julius. Wu was in the corner a good 9 or 10 feet from where that ball went out of bounds. But nevertheless, the Saigon Heat ball and another turnover by the Dreamers.
Barone spots Bernatowski, quick trigger on the three. Was he really trying to bank that in? Nonetheless, it did fall in. And the foul is called on Hughes as he battled Glass for the rebound.
I know it's Sunday here at CIS in Ho Chi Minh City, but for these first 2 weeks, and now the third week, the bank has been open on these three-pointers. We've seen a lot of bank three-point shots here at CIS early on in ABL 9.
Formosa once again setting up their attack, and Saigon up by 5. 2 minutes remaining in the first period. Martino has been a non-factor so far. You see how the defense of Saigon is completely denying him. Miller had to put it up. Almost a make there.
Yeah, it looked like he got the shot off, but it was close. Nevertheless, it was a bad shot. Saigon Heat got the rebound, so no harm, no foul there. But good defense by Saigon Heat. Malcolm Miller has a mismatch here, and they're trying to exploit that mismatch on Justin Young, but it's not working. He's not able to get a clean look, and that's why you're seeing Saigon Heat bottle him up defensively, and they made a couple of good plays the last 2 possessions.
So the first thing probably that Formosa will have to solve here is how they can take better care of the basketball. They've had 6 turnovers already. What a pass for the Townsend to the Barone for the jam.
It's a great job of Barone not standing around on the perimeter waiting for a kick-out pass. He sees his teammate in trouble. What does he do? Reads the defense, cuts to the basket, and gets a nice easy dunk and a 7-point Saigon Heat lead.
A minute and change remaining. Saigon threatening to break this game open. Glass gets fouled by Young. Justin disagrees with the call.
Yeah, he was in good position. Moved his feet, got in front, caught him square. Just maybe a little bit too much hip on that foul. Nevertheless, that's a 14 foul on Saigon Heat. Both teams will be in the bonus for the final just under a minute in the first quarter.
You saw another look at that poster that Barone put Artino in. He's had a couple of those in this season, one against CLS in their previous game. And it's really his teammates, his activity also off the ball, Coach Kevin, and then his teammates stopping him.
Barone's an interesting player. 6'10", former Western Athletic Conference Player of the Year in the United States. He's played all over in a few spots all over the world, in Japan. He's an inside-out big.
How about Chen getting rid of Hughes, but couldn't get the jumper. Celia takes that ball away from Formosa.
We're seeing a lot of that off-arm action from the guards here. It looks more like a PBA game.
How much is it, how does it become legal, Coach, and when does it become an offensive foul?
Well, I think if you're the defensive player guarding the ball, not only do you take the contact, but you have to sell it a little bit. You have to make the referee think that it's a true offensive foul.
How about Celia tapping that ball away from Martino, getting Saigon possibly the last shot of this first quarter.
Well, the story of this first quarter is with the Saigon Heat defense holding the Formosa Dreamers to only 14 points.
5 seconds remaining. Hughes staring down Chen. Trayvon gets fouled. And that will mean 2 free throws.
That's a mental mistake by Chen. He should know that his team's in the bonus. There's no reason to be guarding Trayvon Hughes 35, 40 feet from the basket. And then to commit a silly foul. It's an easy call. He put his hands on him, pushed him. Chen's not quick enough to guard Hughes out there.
He's lucky that the first free throw of Trayvon Hughes goes off. Saigon now 6 for 8 from the free throw line. Well, the Formosa Dreamers did not or have not attempted a single free throw here in the first.
They're not getting anything at the rim. Saigon Heat's doing a great job of keeping Formosa out of the paint.
Hughes makes up for the earlier miss. 3.7 seconds remaining for Formosa. They will have to go the length of the court.
Now let's see if Formosa runs a play here to get a last-second shot.
Martino. He might have to take the attempt by himself from half court. Way off. At the end of the first 10 minutes of action, it's the Saigon Heat, the home team, getting an 8-point advantage, and it's largely because of their defense, forcing Formosa to 6 turnovers. And balanced scoring also from their imports. Bernatowski with 7, Hughes with 6, and Calderon with 5. We'll be back with the second quarter. Thanks for watching the 9th season of the ABL. My name is Judd Sulit with Coach Kevin Yurkas. We're coming to you live from the CIS Arena in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, where the Formosa Dreamers are staring at an 8-point deficit. What went wrong for Formosa in the first quarter, Coach?
The first 5 minutes, their offensive flow was great. They were moving the ball, they were getting into the paint, excellent ball movement around the perimeter and knocking down good looks. But essentially the last 5 minutes of the first quarter, only 3 points. Credit the Saigon Heat defense. But Formosa needs to maybe move away from that isolating Malcolm Miller on an apparent mismatch and get back to moving the ball side to side more, so they can look to attack the angles and try to get some higher percentage shots.
Well, what happened too is that for the final 3 and 37 of the first quarter, after a 3-pointer by Malcolm Miller, Formosa would not even get an attempt up because they would lose possessions. 3 turnovers in the last 3.5 minutes of the first period. They're looking to start out the second strong. Artino, finally a bucket for him. His second field goal, up to 4 points for Will Artino.
On cue for Artino. I was just going to say, they're struggling to get points in the paint, points at the rim. Artino gets an easy one to shut me up before I can say it.
Bernatowski here, looking for Barone, this time for a 3. Not connecting. Earlier, those two teamed up for a highlight jam from Barone. 9 and 10 remaining in the second quarter. Chen puts up a 3, misses. Thurker getting the board.
Trayvon Hughes getting a rest here. Looks like Bernatowski's going to handle the ball. We get our first look at Chris Thurker as well.
Barone, a big man who can also work up that basketball. Cross court to Thurker, carving out some space, using sheer strength.
There's the strength of Chris Thurker that we talked about. He looks like an NFL tight end, maybe an MMA fighter.
And against the OS, there were situations that he was a bit out of control, but now he makes sure he gets 2 points.
He's in his 4th game now, his 4th ABL game. He's getting used to the size, to the athleticism of the import players, and that was a very nice first finish for him.
Young leading the fast break, fumbles the basketball, gets it out to Bernatowski. And it's taken away by Tien Lei.
Good closeout there, good double team by Wu and Chen.
However, the counter steal from Young. Bernatowski with a Euro. Nothing there. He's looking for a foul, none whistled. And Young a bit too sticky. In disgust with that call.
Well, they're letting these guys play a couple of tight defensive plays on both ends of the floor. I think Tien got away with one there that easily could have been called a foul. But I like it in a game like this. Great environment, packed house, loud arena, fans from both teams, 3-0, top of the board contenders. Let him play a little bit.
Such a quick rest for Trayvon Hughes. He's back on the floor after just minutes on the Saigon bench. Hughes has 6 points, 1 rebound, and 2 assists.
And Tevin Glass also with a quick rest.
Woo Sung Wei from the corner. They have been disturbed by the defense of Hughes.
That's a tough shot to hit over Trayvon Hughes, who's an excellent defender.
There's Trayvon on the offensive end, looking to show off, but couldn't get that fall away by the baseline.
Trying to take advantage of the mismatch against Wu. They just left it short.
Chen, Glass providing the pick. Back to Tevin Glass. Pass to the corner, extra one. Woo Sung Wei. It was excellent ball movement, but not the result they wanted. Justin Young coming off that pass from Trayvon Hughes. Saigon Heat playing like a well-oiled machine.
They sure are. But it's all about the defense. 16 points in 13 minutes for the Formosa Dreamers. Defense that the Saigon Heat played last Wednesday at CLS. Looks like it's carrying over here at CIS here in Ho Chi Minh City.
Take a look at that fast break once again that has given Saigon a 10-point lead. Timeout for Formosa. There are at least 300 supporters of the Formosa Dreamers who flew out to Saigon, to Ho Chi Minh City to support their Dreamers, but they have been silenced because of this rally from the Saigon Heat. The new look Saigon Heat, Coach Kevin. What would you say was the biggest difference between the team last year and this year? Not a single player returning for the Heat.
It's the team this year, the Saigon Heat this year, is about defense. Kyle Julius talked about the commitment to defense. They had an extended training camp this year. They've worked about 60% of training camp on their defense. Last year, they were up and down, playing my turn, your turn. A lot of scoring, up-tempo, Akeem Scott, three-point shots. This year, they're winning much differently with tough team defense and good chemistry on both ends of the floor.
Ken Lay trying to take matters into his own hands. We know that Tien did some carrying as well before for the Chinese Taipei national team and trying to bring that experience here. Take a look at this veteran move against Justin Young. And Young, again, surprised that a foul was called on him.
That's a veteran move by Tien Lei. Got big size, bigger than Justin Young. Just caught Justin Young a little off balance, but that's the second foul on Justin Young. And as we see, Justin Young, we don't see his stats in the scoring column. We don't see him making spectacular offensive plays, but he does the little things that are necessary to help his team win here in ABL 9 and make his team competitive.
Great pass there from Hughes. Barone, who was all alone, but the defense was able to recover. Celia down low. Thurker against Miller, couldn't get the hook.
Malcolm Miller, his hand caught there on Kyle Barone. Could have easily been called for his third foul, but nevertheless, a good stop by the Formosa Dreamers.
Lee comes up short on that floater, and it's Bernatowski getting the rebound. Murphy Bernatowski has a couple of boards to go along with his 7 points, and he gets fouled there by Tevin Glass. Putting on pressure, perhaps a bit too early, Coach?
No, I don't mind that. Tevin Glass has a quickness advantage. He sees Bernatowski with his head down, struggling to get the ball to the floor. I don't mind a little pressure. He just a little bit too much contact there at half court. Gets called. It's only his first foul. But Formosa needs that. They need to pick up their energy. They're going to have to use their defense to try to get their offense going.
Here comes Saigon. Offensive foul on Thurker on an illegal screen.
And that's what I talked about. Getting an offensive foul, it's not just drawing the contact, but letting the referee know that the contact is happening. A little bit of a sales job there by Tien. He got hit, but I don't think he got hit where he needed to fly off the floor. He's a big guy, but that's what you got to do sometimes to get an offensive foul. You have to sell it.
First personal foul on Chris Thurker.
But I like Thurker's energy. He's coming out, he's attacking the glass. He's got one bucket and another good look at the rim.
Miller getting that basketball, looking to attack. He loses control of it again. And that is going to be turnover number 7 for the Formosa Dreamers, or perhaps even more. We'll double check on that number. But it has been hurting them, Coach.
Yeah, too many turnovers for the Dreamers. That's why they have only 18 points. That's part poor offensive execution, but also credit to Saigon Heat defense for forcing those turnovers.
Saigon, another chance to extend the advantage. Double high screen provided. Hughes goes cross court, the touch pass. That was a smart one from Celia to Thurker.
That great pass. You see Formosa trying to pick up their defense, trapping Trayvon Hughes off that screen and roll using Will Artino with the big body trap. Good job of seeing the floor, swinging it across court. And then Thurker draws the foul inside, and I think that's 2 on Tevin Glass.
It is the second foul on Tevin. Now, usually you want to avoid the cross-court pass because it's dangerous. It's a high-risk pass. But what are the situations in which it is effective?
Well, you see in that case, not only did Formosa trap the screen, but they dug with a third player coming off the corner. So they, in essence, had 3 guys on the ball. When you, as an offensive player, a smart player like Trayvon Hughes sees 3 players within his window, it's an easy cross-court pass. And under those circumstances, that's the time you want to throw it.
Also the smarts of Celia, understanding that he could make an extra pass, but the Formosa Dreamers piling up all those turnovers.
Yeah, that was an easy one there. Could have been an easy dunk for Glass.
And Celia gets money on the 3. Another connection from the corner. You mentioned that that's his specialty.
Corner 3-ball shooter, and that's what you need in this league. You need good role players, role-playing play from your local players. Locals that can knock down corner 3s and stretch and spread out the floor are so valuable in this league.
More than halfway through this second quarter, and the Formosa Dreamers have only put up 4 points in the period. They probably have more turnovers than points in the second quarter.
Yeah, they certainly do. It's every time they come down, their offensive sets and their execution looks good. They're just mishandling the ball in the paint, poor passes, a lack of focus. Let's see if they can break out of that. If they can cut down on the turnovers, they're not that far out of the game. All they got to do is get a couple of stops, take care of the basketball. They can make a run and maybe get this into a single-digit lead before the end of the half.
Hughes, the hesitation, gets to the cup. Great move, but couldn't finish with the lay-in. Glass hits the brakes, goes to Chin. They reset their offense. Lee Shui Lin will call the shots.
Excellent transition defense by the Saigon Heat.
Artino straight away 3. That's money. And that leads to a timeout called by Coach Kyle Julius. He's upset about something too.
Yeah, he called that timeout. And it was a late timeout call, but he ended up getting it. And he sees Formosa is on the cusp of playing better. A good timeout by Kyle Julius to stop that run after that deep 3 by Artino.
Also within a 29-21 after that connection from Artino. Saigon Heat still up by 8 points, 29 to 21. And it seemed like they still had full control of the game. It was just one 3-point shot from Will Artino. But why do you think it was a quick timeout called by Coach Cal Julius?
Well, Coach Julius knows the Formosa Dreamers are a very good basketball team, capable of getting stops and putting up points in a hurry. But maybe he saw something. I saw something last possession. Trayvon Hughes attacked the rim and had a real good look. Malcolm Miller was underneath the basket with 2 fouls. He's not going to challenge Hughes. Hughes sees Miller underneath the basket. He's got to go up strong, knowing that Miller's not going to risk getting that 3rd foul for the first half. Maybe Coach Julius called the timeout and said, hey, when you see Miller and Glass, attack them. They don't want to get their 3rd fouls.
Well, he did get something positive out of that timeout as a 3-point shot was converted, extending the Saigon advantage to 11 points again. This was it. Celia spotting Bernatowski coming off the pin down, getting the 3 ball.
Maybe Coach Julius wanted to get a 3 after the timeout. That's what it looks like.
Well, he got it, but they also left Kenny Chen open on the dive to the basket.
Yeah, that's just a defensive miscommunication there. Saigon Heat has been successful in defending the perimeter, but a little too aggressive that time.
Bernatowski now to Barone. Met by Miller. Back out to Bernatowski. Same spot, same result. Money on the 3.
Bernatowski is a heck of a shooter. Watch him here in practice. He sits just inside the half-court line, and he'll shoot 10, 12, 14 in a row, effortless, without effort.
Will Artino. Baseline spin. He's trying to breathe life into the Dreamers.
Much better offensive execution the last 3 possessions for the Formosa Dreamers.
Hughes orchestrating the offense. Barone will attack Artino. And that's going to be an offensive foul. What did you see there, Coach, that cost it?
I didn't see much, to be honest with you. Maybe a little off arm. And again, we saw take a look at the replay. We saw the Formosa Dreamer player here.
Oh, check that. This was the play before, the 3-pointer. But yeah, you were saying about that offensive foul call.
Yeah, it looked like, again, they sold it. Not much of a push-off there. Really a no call, but the defensive players, maybe Coach Dean Murray told his guys, hey, if you feel any contact, sell it.
The recovery from Miller. Trayvon Hughes is down by the baseline, and he looks hurt. Hughes is still down, although he's not clenching in pain as he initially was. Artino getting the reverse layup. And again, trying to spark something for Formosa. They've trimmed down the deficit back down to 8. Let's take a look at this one more time. Hughes, oh, it looks like he pulled his hamstring.
Yeah, it was hamstring there on the play, chasing the ball down from behind as he made contact with the ball. I was wondering live, that's a ball that Trayvon Hughes would normally come up with, and now we know why. Upon making contact with the ball, something happened with the hamstring there. As we watch the fans here at CIS looking very, very anxiously at their MVP candidate and their leader who's down on the floor nursing that hamstring.
And it's never a good sign, a good sight for an athlete to go down or to get hurt by himself with no contact at all. He was all alone. But good news is Trayvon Hughes back up on his feet, and he's able to walk back to his bench. Although with a slight lift, he's getting an applause from his home crowd.
Let's hope it's just a cramp for Hughes. He can get a little rest here before the end of the half. Saigon Heat with an 8-point lead. Still, their ball, still with a chance to attack. Let's hope that Hughes is okay. He can get that hamstring taken care of, and we'd love to see another great second half from him.
Well, the offense of Saigon has been running through him. 7 points and 4 assists for Trayvon Hughes.
Murphy Bernatowski's coming alive here with back-to-back threes in the last 2 possessions.
He's got 13. And after shooting 2 for 11 from downtown in the last game, he's 3 for 6. However, misses that layup. Tevin Glass ahead of everyone, even the basketball though. He gets an offensive board, but a foul was whistled before that.
that was a lot of pushing there by Tevin Glass. Easily could have been his third foul. As we look at the replay here, misses the easy one.
He tried to get creative in getting that offensive rebound.
He had his elbow locked in to Sangnin's neck, and sometimes the call goes your way and sometimes it doesn't. And Tevin Glass was real lucky he didn't pick up his third foul there.
Glass hearing it from the CIS crowd. And then the cheers.
And
from
hearing
the
it from the Formosa crowd.
Formosa supporters. I'm still in awe at how many flew out and spent the weekend here in Ho Chi Minh just to support the Formosa Dreamers. It really shows how much this league has grown.
It's great to see in the ABL having a road following to bring more than 300 fans on the road to watch your team play.
The Formosa Dreamers within 6. Sang Din. To Celia. Bernatowski getting involved. He puts up a 3. That's way off. Well defended by Miller. Tevin Glass leading the transition. Artino could not finish. But he was fouled by Baron.
And here comes Formosa. Picking up steam here. Tough call. Poor execution on the fast break there. We talk about as a 3-on-1. In a normal 3-on-1, we tell players advance the ball up the side, make it a 2-on-1. The middle guy should act as a trail so you get better passing angles. Right there you saw poor execution on the 3-on-1, but Artino got bailed out. And he'll go to the line to get a couple of free throws.
Yeah, you're right. Should have been an easy basket. Should have been sure 2 points already. Nonetheless, after this timeout, Will Artino will take a pair. The battle between 2 undefeated teams, only 2 undefeated teams actually, in ABL 9. And oh, that's technically true. You're right, Coach. San Miguel Alam Pilipinas has yet to play. Of course, they make their debut at home against the CLS Knights on December 9th. Yeah. That shouldn't stay that way for long, though. I mean, either winless or perfect. It's going to be their record after December 9th. Sang Din gets fouled, and you have been preaching about Malcolm Miller and the fact that he cannot afford picking up his 3rd foul, and that was not the way to pick it up, too. Almost a steal there. Sang Din tried to get creative but couldn't get the bucket. Chen sees the gap. Oh, he had a wide open lane but decided to pass it out to Lee. Artino, single digits, and he traveled. And Lee felt like Chen should have taken it strong to the basket. The Saigon shuffle. Bernatowski gets two defenders up in the air. He gets that through the net. Bernatowski takes the ball away from Ardino. He's double teamed and fouled by Chen. Eight-point lead now for Saigon. 35 seconds remaining in the first half. Barone will take it from downtown. Misses everything but the board. Li Shui-lin. Dazzling moves out to Chen. This time he takes it by the elbow, but that's more like it for Chen, getting that jumper. Last shot time for Saigon. 5 seconds remaining. Bernatowski, the step through, the pass to Durker, and Chris Durker gets it off the glass, beating the halftime buzzer to get the Saigon Heat an 8-point lead. Yeah, Tevin Glass also trying to make sure he doesn't pick up a third foul on that play, and that's also partly why Turker was able to get the deuce. 39-31 after 20 minutes of action here inside the CIS Arena. Back inside the CIS arena for this battle between the Formosa Dreamers and the home team, the Saigon Heat. The Heat up by 8 points. Once again, this is Shot Suited with Coach Kevin Yerkas. Coach Kevin, 8-point game. What did you see in the first half that led to this?
A lot of poor basketball is what I saw. Turnovers by both teams. 12 turnovers for the Formosa Dreamers and 7 for the Saigon Heat. Sloppy play, but that's what you expect. You got 2 3-0 teams, a great environment, the only game going on in the ABL, teams battling it out. Sometimes you get ugly basketball, and that's what we see here in the first half.
Oh, we're a few moments away from the continuation of this match. Take a look at the leading scorers. Right now, Bernatowski leading everyone with 15 points, and he did it with outside shooting as well, knocking down 3 3-pointers in the first half.
Yeah, Bernatowski and Artino, they're carrying a scoring load, both putting up double digits in the first half, but I want to talk about the other guys. Kyle Barone, Tevin Glass, Malcolm Miller. These guys are off their games right now, especially Tevin Glass. 0 of 3 from the field, 2 points, both from the free throw line, and a number of mishandled passes. Had a lot of easy looks at the basket. A lot of passes near the glass that went through his hands. So he's got to get it going for Formosa to get it back. And Kyle Barone, his last 2 shots, hit nothing but backboard. He's got to get it going as well. I think we'll see better play in the second half, better execution, but more importantly, let's see what the deal is with Trayvon Hughes. I was just told that he has a hamstring issue. It's uncertain. His return is uncertain. He's not on the bench right now. We'll have to keep an eye on this.
Yeah, he did not come off the dugout and re-enter the court with his team. That's the huddle of the Saigon Heat. No Trayvon Hughes there. But you mentioned, the struggles of Tevin Glass. He averages 19.7 points per game in the 3 matches that he's played in. He only has 2 points in the first half and has been limited to just 3 attempts, all of which he missed.
And they were good looks right at the rim. He had 1 missed 3-pointer. Don't go to sleep yet on Tevin Glass. We saw this a couple of weeks ago when Trayvon Hughes had only 3 points at the half and came out and exploded for 26 second half points. Tevin Glass is a volume scorer. He can get buckets quickly. All he's got to do is calm down a little bit, handle the ball inside the paint, finish strong around the rim, make a couple easy ones, and then that basket will get a little bit bigger for him.
Start of the third quarter, it's going to be Bernatowski, Sandin, Durker, Barone, and Young for Saigon. What kind of opening will the Formosa Dreamers get if Trayvon Hughes is not able to return in the game?
Well, I would expect them to come out and play aggressive defensively, really put a lot of pressure on the ball handlers. We'll probably see Murphy Bernatowski or Justin Young handle the ball for the Saigon Heat, and I would expect some extended pressure by the Formosa Dreamers.
For the Dreamers, it's Clean, Chen, Artino, Miller, and Glass. Only 5 seconds remaining on their shot clock. Kenny Chen, hesitation, goes to the rack. That's a strong move.
Yeah, that's a great move by Kenny Chan. Recognizes the shot clock is under 5, uses a nice little hesitation move, gets to the rim and finishes with the left hand.
Did sends it down low to Barone. The help is there coming from Lee. Someone's open, and it's Div. Bernatowski fails to spot him. Murphy with a difficult shot. Money on the three.
That's one of those shots for the game winner when you're playing horse. Your opponent has S, and that's the shot to give him E right there. And that's a big bucket by Bernatowski, but good defense by the Formosa Dreamers, just bad luck.
Bernatowski has been lighting it up. Here he comes again. Looking to fill it for that void left open by the injury of Trayvon Hughes. Murphy tried for another one. Heat check time. And that will not go a bit too far. Lee goes to Miller. Extra pass to Ardino. Good transition attack for Formosa.
Yeah, what I talked about before on transition. Don't bring the ball at the middle of the floor. Get it up the sides. Let your athletes attack from angles, and you can find easy drop-offs to cutters to the basket. And that's exactly what Miller did.
Santin will dribble out of the corner. That ball was tapped. Ardino asking that it should be their ball. But it will stay with Saigon with only 8 seconds remaining on their shot clock.
Martino's asking for a lot of favors this game. He's just, every call, he's looking for it to go his way.
This was the nice pass earlier from Miller, leaving it up for Martino for that wide open lay-in. Formosa forces the miss for the Heat.
Now Formosa's picked up their defense. Saigon Heat's had 4 possessions. The only shot they made was that prayer by Bernatowski. So they're looking to find some rhythm without Trayvon Hughes. It might take a little bit of time here.
Artino taking Perron to the basket. Couldn't get it off the glass. Will Artino, another miss for him.
That doesn't get any easier than a miss like that. I mean, a 7-footer shot at 6'11".
Well, miss as well for Sakdin. Glass from outside. Formosa creeping up to the Saigon Heat.
Well, be careful. 20-point-a-game scorer with only 2 points at the half. Hits a 3 early in the 3rd quarter. That could be a good sign of things to come for Glass.
Then again, we'll try the 3 once more. Another miss for him.
That's a good shot by Sangdin, but a quick shot. Not a shot that you need when your team needs a bucket and they're struggling. You got to get a little bit more ball movement.
Only a 4-point advantage. And Miller could not trim it further. But the basketball will stay with Formosa.
A good hustle by Lee there, getting his hand in it. But it looked like it went off one of the Saigon Heat players.
This was the 3-pointer. Bernatowski practically dared Glass to shoot it over him. Kevin did, and well, Murphy paid the price.
When you get a volume scorer, an athletic guy like Glass who can score inside and out, and hits that first 3, it puts a lot of pressure on a guy like Bernatowski. Now he has to honor the 3. You might see Glass go right by him on the next one of those attempts.
Here's Lee. 7 seconds on the shot clock for the Dreamers. Tevin Glass looking to take over. The step back. The 3-ball. He gets fouled. That's going to be 3 free throws. Personal on Durker.
Durker was in great position. Had Glass right where he wanted him. Shot clock winding down. Good contest, but just inexperience. Gets too close to his body. Hits him, and an unnecessary foul. Glass was going nowhere on that possession. In fact, he shot it so poorly it went off the glass. Durker's got to do a better job of closing out at an angle to the shooting hand where he doesn't make contact with the offensive player.
The contact there was mainly on the body. I don't think it should count as an attempt because the referees were blowing their whistles. There's a timeout that has been called even before Tevin Glass shot that free throw.
Some confusion on the court. We'll see if that first free throw is good or not when we come back.
When it goes in the post and stuff, it's not guarding. You got to screen from the whole way to screen. Guys
Well, it looks like things have been settled here inside the CIS Arena, at least for the whistle that has happened.
CIS or somehow.
We don't know what arena this is anymore because as many Saigon fans have come out, there also is a very healthy amount of Formosa fans.
During that timeout, We saw the Formosa fans really taking over this arena, getting excited as they feel the momentum changing for their Formosa Dreamers.
There's going to be 3 free throws for Kevin Glass because the first one that he took was nullified because there was a whistle as Coach Al Julius was trying to call a timeout. Kevin Glass missed that one and he made the replacement, so it favored Formosa.
We'll see if that 1 point comes back to be a difference. You know, in a game like this, 2 3-0 teams, 2 high-level teams in this environment, every point matters.
Kevin Glass makes this just a 1-point game. He's got 8 points, 6 in the third period. That's the explosion you were talking about. Justin Young sends it out to Bernatowski. Back to Young, baseline jumper. Well defended, but Young gets the offensive rebound. Young again, looking for options. He goes cross-court to Barone. By the baseline, Kyle Barone doesn't get another offensive rebound for Young. Sangdin, and that will bounce behind the backboard. The turnover for Saigon, and you can really feel the anxiety of Sangdin. 3 missed 3-pointers in the third quarter alone.
Yeah, that's a good look though, off of an offensive rebound. We tell players, transition and offensive rebounds are 2 great opportunities to get 3-point shots. That was a good look, he just bounced over the backboard.
But when Sangdin expressed his frustration, I saw the Saigon bench coach, Al Julius, assistant coach David Singleton. They were saying, that's okay, that's okay. Why so, coach?
Well, you got to keep confidence in your player. You know, player's struggling, he's missing shots, he's taking good shots. You just got to stick with him, keep giving him love, pat him on the back, and let him go out and get the next one.
Bernatowski gets called for a personal, collided with Glass as they battled for that board.
We can feel the momentum changing here, and of course, the loss of Trayvon Hughes has been a huge factor in this third quarter. It's only a 1-point game now, and you can see the confidence and the energy of the Formosa Dreamers playing with a little bit more pep in their step.
Second personal foul on Bernatowski. Lee ran into trouble. Kick out. Artino, money on the 3.
He couldn't make that layup point blank, but he'd rather have 3.
See, that arm is calculated, coach. The flick of the wrist is measured for beyond the 3-point arc.
And Artino seems to be winning that matchup between him and Kyle Barone thus far.
Bernatowski, however, comes up short. Fast break attack, 5-on-2 for Formosa. Kenny Chen misses, and look at Justin Young get that board.
Great rebound by Justin Young.
And Bernatowski just loses control of that leather.
There must be something on this end of the court. We saw it in the first half with the Formosa Dreamers. Kevin Glass, Malcolm Miller dropping easy passes that would have led the scores, and now we see it from Bernatowski. And that was the bucket Saigon Heat really needed to slow down this momentum of the Formosa Dreamers.
The Dreamers now up by 2 points.
This is a big defensive possession for the Saigon Heat.
Oh, look at that layup! Malcolm Miller, how did he get it to go?
He found a crevice there and got a tough one to go off the glass. And here we got a 4-point lead and a steal by Artino.
Artino goes home for the touchdown. And just like that, the Formosa Dreamers are now up by 6 points. Will Artino, Malcolm Miller, and of course, the man who started it all, Kevin Glass, igniting this furious rally from the visiting team.
Yeah, that's their imports are carrying him here. Saw that Glass and Miller struggled in the first half. Artino kept him in it, kept it close. Let's face it, the Formosa Dreamers taking advantage of the Saigon Heat without their leader, their #1 guy, Trayvon Hughes, who ironically we just saw walk back onto the court. Kyle Julius called a timeout, regroup his guys, they're only down 6. Saigon Heat has been here before. Their first 2 home games, down double digits in the second half against the Macau Black Bears, against the CLS Knights. Only down 6. Let's see if Trayvon Hughes gets back into the game and try to turn this around for the Saigon Heat.
Draymond probably back in the dugout was hearing all of the cheers and jeers that were going on here inside the CIS arena. And he probably was wondering, are they cheering for my team?
Maybe they had a lead. He thought his team was extending the lead, but little did he know. We're watching him over here on the sidelines. He's walking around. Looks like he's hydrating. He's talking to Coach Julius. I have a feeling we're going to see Trayvon Hughes. Let's hope we see him sooner than later.
Coach Kevin, the third quarter started with a three-pointer from Murphy Bernatowski, but Saigon would never score it anymore. It is currently a 15-0 run from the visiting Formosa. And cut short by that bucket from Kyle Barone, a much-needed one.
Much-needed basket. And that was a gamble by Artino. He didn't need to do that. His team has got Saigon Heat locked down. He gambled for a steal in the post, left Barone open for an easy one.
Artino attacking the paint. Will Artino in takeover mode.
The former Creighton Blue Jay who played with Doug McDermott, the NBA player, a serviceable big man, is having a great game here.
An American-Italian hailing out of Iowa, guarding and deflecting that basketball. It will stay with Kyle Barone in the Saigon Heat.
He's going for a rest here. When big guys attack the rim from the perimeter there, they get tired easy. Guards, they can go to the rim all day, but when a big guy gets a couple of layups, they need some water. Maybe some oxygen too.
Well, Coach, in that sequence, Barone was upset that Turker. Can you tell us why? What particularly was Turker's mistake? Murphy Bernatowski knocks down a big one.
There's the Saigon Heat hanging in there again. Just when you think they're left for dead, they come back and hit big buckets.
Oh, what an answer there! Tevin Glass over Kyle Barone.
And Tevin Glass heating up. I think that's 8 third-quarter points after having only 2 at halftime.
Highlight for highlight. Big bucket for big bucket after a 3 from Bernatowski. Tevin Glass takes it strong to the basket, finishing despite the foul.
Yep, and that's a big bucket. Bernatowski hit that 3 to cut it to 3. And now Tevin Glass has a chance to put the lead back up to 6. But I want to go back to a question you asked me about Chris Turker. Kyle Barone was frustrated with him. Chris Turker got the ball in the wing, and for a moment he was indecisive. When offenses only have a limited window, a small opportunity to make a play, when that ball goes on the wing, he's got to make a decisive move. He's got to dribble into a handoff. He can't wait and allow the defense to reset.
Glass doing it on both ends of the floor, swatting away that shot from Bernatowski. Again, feeding Glass, baseline J, way off. Saigon running. Celia out to Bernatowski. They respected his 3. He draws closer. Now it's Young. The extension and a foul is called on Miller. That will be Malcolm's 4th.
Number 4 on Miller. He's got to let that one go. He's inside the restricted area. Justin Young attacking the rim. Just got to get out of the way. You can tell players this all the time. Your 4th foul, or in a FIBA league with 5 fouls, no foul is worth the gamble of what a bucket. It's only 2 points. Your team is clicking offensively. 21 third-quarter points. The momentum is going your way. Getting that 4th foul is an absolute devastating mental mistake by Malcolm Miller. And let's see if it costs his team.
He hasn't spent a lot of time on the floor. He's recalled back to the bench, again, because of the 4 fouls that he's now nursing. Young could only split his trip to the line.
Yeah, it's tough as a coach to see those kind of fouls. It makes you want to get on the sideline and have a talk with the player.
Chen now building his confidence. Earlier he was shying away from the lane. Now attacks it and scores.
I told you earlier that Chen could finish at the rim. Look at that athletic body. Finish easily at the rim. Big bucket by Chen.
Did you also talk to him at the half, reminded him that he can do that?
I did. The left-handed scoop, the underneath scoop.
Celia now looking for the cracks. Turker to find the defense. Artino was hit.
And once again, I said it all game long about fouling. Inadvertent, mental mistakes, fouling. We've seen it from Malcolm Miller. Now we see it there from Chris Kirker. Yeah, he missed a shot near the basket. It wasn't an easy shot. Maybe shoot over a couple of bigs. You can't compound it by giving a team foul, putting the Saigon Heat, or I'm sorry, putting the Formosa Dreamers into the bonus with the next team foul.
This is currently 19-5 run for the Formosa Dreamers.
Saigon Heat going a little zone here, and Jen's going to get a good look.
Our angle, it looked like it was going to go in.
That looked like Splash Mountain there, as we say, but it certainly wasn't that.
Celia from the corner. He hit two earlier from that spot, misses this one. The Dreamers holding on to a 7-point advantage. A minute and 35 remaining.
See how Formosa handles that zone. Looks like Saigon Heat's back with the man-to-man now.
Last misses. Well, now he's taking it from mid-range. Earlier when he was being effective, was taking it strong to the basket.
That's a good look. I'd like to see him catch and rip a little bit. Gather himself, get his footwork in order, and then take that shot with a little bit less urgency.
Great box out there for Chen. It was him and Wu. The little guards of Formosa were trying to get that ball away from Bernatowski, and you would think there was no chance, but they boxed out well and got the possession.
I think you're getting really good bench play from the Formosa Dreamers. Wu, Chen, Tien, all getting quality minutes. May not look so in the box score, but they're playing good defense, making winning plays for their team.
Chen getting past Celia, but did a bit too much. He's going to be called for an offensive foul.
That's a veteran move right there by Chen, but in the ABL, that's a foul. In other leagues, that's an and one. But good call by the official. We had a great look at it. Chen used that off arm. Didn't need to. He had the size and the angle on Corey Sippy. Didn't need to make that contact there, but nevertheless, ball is going the other way.
Under a minute to play in the third period. Bernatowski versus Tien. The hesitation to Murphy. Hand off to Young. Justin, kick out to Barone. Corner three. Side of the backboard for Kyle. Celia forward pass to Barone. Extra pass to Berger! Chris Berger did him dirty.
Wow. Good steal in the backcourt there. And a explosive finish by the local Chris Berger. Big bucket for Saigon Heat. Let's get the last shot here by the Formosa Dreamers, who are up 55-50, under 8 seconds to go.
Chen using that help from Artino. Chen gets to the basket, overcooks it. He gets the offensive board and puts it home just in time. The Formosa Dreamers, after opening this third quarter down by 8 points, they have built a 7-point advantage at the end of it.
By my math, that's a 26-11 third quarter. Much better job by the Formosa Dreamers picking up their defense, getting their three imports going, just overall team energy. Much better in that third quarter than we saw in the first half.
10 more minutes of action between Formosa and Saigon. That's what we get to you when we return. It's winning time here in Ho Chi Minh City. Will the visiting Formosa Dreamers go on 4-0? Or will it be the Saigon Heat see the crowd. And again, you would think with that shot, with that frame, you would think you're in the Changhua Stadium in Taiwan. No, you're not. You're in the home crowd, in the hometown of those people in white and in red. We're in Ho Chi Minh City, but the fans of Formosa come out to support. And when your team is playing like the Dreamers are right now, Coach, you probably would also go to lengths just to support and be with them.
No question. And great quarter by Formosa to turn this game around, build a 7-point lead, but it's just unfortunate that we haven't seen Trayvon Hughes come back into the game. But credit Formosa for taking advantage of it and really turning up the pressure.
Great defense again for the Dreamers. Young, kick out, Bernatowski open. Money on the three.
Bernatowski's doing a great job of keeping the Saigon Heat in it. He's hit some timely baskets in the second half, and without those buckets, it'd be a different ballgame.
24 points now for Murphy. Kevin Glass sparked the Formosa Dreamers in the third quarter. He continues to do work, getting the offensive board in the putback.
That's a mismatch. Justin Young, who's an excellent defender, but Tevin Glass is too big and too quick for him.
Bernatowski again couldn't go back-to-back. Battle for the board. Young takes it. Lost out of bounds, but will remain with Saigon. What were the particular things, Coach Kevin, that changed in the absence of Hughes?
Well, Saigon Heat was without their leader, their ball handler. You saw Formosa extend their defense a little bit. Double Barone, double Bernatowski, put pressure on the locals for Saigon Heat to make plays.
He also mentioned earlier, usually the second half, that's when Trayvon Hughes comes to life. But Saigon, don't you worry, because Murphy Bernatowski has been on fire all game long.
This team will not quit. We've seen it this year. In their first two home games, no matter how many points they're down, they'll keep shooting, they'll keep playing hard.
Kenny Chen handling the basketball. Ardino asking for it. Chen says, let me take this by myself.
Excellent move by Kenny Chen. I'm really impressed with his poise and his athleticism.
Celia had to stop and gather himself. Lee playing sticky defense on Bernatowski. And Murphy, also smart, knew what to do with that situation, drawing a foul.
Very smart play by Bernatowski. Just hit back-to-back threes. Lee gets a little bit too close to him. Bernatowski uses his footwork, creates a little bit of space, leans in, draws the contact. He got the benefit of maybe a questionable call, but nevertheless, Murphy Bernatowski staying hot for the Saigon Heat.
Bernatowski, this could be his highest scoring game in the ABL.
Now he needs to do it. Trayvon Hughes on the bench. You can see Kyle Barone's shot is struggling. You can see Murphy Bernatowski. They're playing through him, and they need everything he's got.
29 points now. Or 30 points now for Bernatowski.
He might need another 10 or 15 to close this out for Saigon Heat.
This is now a career high, ABL career high for Bernatowski. Glass goes to the basket. Seemed like a late whistle, but a foul is called on Kyle Barone.
Late whistle there. Not sure if the referee, that's an NBA whistle, waiting for the basket to go in before he called the foul. And again, I pointed this out earlier. I'm seeing the same official make the calls throughout the game. A large percentage of the calls are made by the same official. We saw the questionable call there on Bernatowski's three, and then the late whistle there to get Glass at the free throw line.
Evan, however, could not capitalize in the first 3B. Lead of the Dreamers stay at 2 points. And another important development, Coach Kevin, that's the 4th foul on Kyle Barone.
Yeah, they can't afford for Barone to foul out. Looks like they might, let's see, they might sub him out here. Yep, they're going to put Sang Din in, give Barone a little bit of a rest, and play a little small ball, but they don't look that small with Durker and
yeah, that's right.
Bernatowski, and this looks like a rugby team almost.
You got Young. And even Celia at the point, well built as well. Bernatowski looking for the 3. Durker goes to the basket, uses the glass.
Great job of Durker to use his quickness against Artino. Got Artino on his heels, and he gets one at the glass.
Kevin Glass throws the ball away. Chance for Saigon to take the lead. Sang Din, the kick out. Bernatowski for three. Front rims it. Look at Sang Din fly high to get that ball, but Formosa was quicker to it.
Saigon's doing a great job of not giving up, going after second chance buckets, giving everything they got in the absence of Trayvon Hughes.
Artino muscles his way in.
Artino begging for calls today, every possession, asking for fouls.
22 points for Will Artino. Murphy Bernatowski. If he's not getting 3 points from beyond the arc, he's working hard to get 3-point plays. Look at this attack. Takes it to the body of the defender and finds a way to score the layup.
And an excellent play. Murphy Bernatowski willing his team to stay in this game with a chance to tie, doing an outstanding job for the Saigon Heat.
That's really what we're seeing from him. Pure will and just the refusal to go down without a fight. 64-63. Dreamer still up, but Bernatowski can tie the game with a free throw when we come back. Towards the end of the third quarter, it seemed like Formosa was ready to take over the entire game. They stole the advantage, entered this fourth period with the lead, but Murphy Bernatowski, Coach Kevin, here in the fourth has already scored 11 points, going on 12 if he makes this free throw. What could Formosa's solution to this guy be?
Formosa's they need to make an adjustment on defense, and they're making a mistake with Bernatowski. You look at the lineup out here for the Saigon Heat. No Trayvon Hughes, no Kyle Barone. They're running Bernatowski off of a lot of screens. The Formosa Dreamers have to switch those screens. They've got to keep bodies around Bernatowski. They can't get soft on these ball screens. They got to make Bernatowski work around a lot of bodies.
Durker with a stop there on Ken Lay. Bernatowski feeding Young. He wants the basketball back. Why not? He's the hot hand of the Heat. Din thought about the three. Decides to draw closer. The kick out to Young. Three ball. Justin Young. Money on the three.
Excellent play by Sang Din. Getting into the lane. Staying under control. Finding Justin Young, who's not known for his three-point shot, but hits a big bucket there to give Saigon Heat a three-point lead.
Last time that Saigon led was back in the third quarter, towards the start of it, actually.
And a poor pass by Tien. He didn't have the angle there. He should have gone back to Miller, who had the angle there on the wing to get it into Artino.
Bernatowski right now feasting on the defense of Kenny Chen. Every time he sees Chen on him, he asks for that basketball.
That's another tough call there. Loose ball. The ball gets slapped out of Bernatowski's hand. He doesn't have control. Three guys going after it, and the referee's bailing these guys out with whistles. Like, you just don't like to see those kind of calls in a highly contested game like this.
You saw the three-pointer earlier of Justin Young. That gave the lead back to the Saigon Heat.
I'm watching Coach Dean Murray here. He's very calm and composed. He's got Tevin Glass on the bench. No panic. He's seen his team here before. They played a couple of close games. And let's see how they finish down the stretch.
Oh, and another three-pointer for the Saigon Heat.
Saigon Heat locals picking it up. Justin Young, Sang Ding, Corey Cilia. 6-point lead for the Saigon Heat.
4 three-pointers for the Heat in the fourth quarter alone. Will Artino finally stops the bleeding with that nice pass from Chen.
That's there all day. Look at they've got a huge mismatch with Artino. He's open inside. And that's a good job of Formosa finally finding him.
Young tries to power it past Miller. Good defense there for Formosa.
Young did a good job there of attacking Miller, who's got 4 fouls.
Malcolm will try from deep. That's off.
It's an unnecessary shot by Miller. He's got a decisive height advantage.
Bernatowski leaving it for Durker. Caught in an awkward situation.
And another panic play. Durker doesn't recognize that Artino's late getting down the floor, and he hurries the shot at the rim.
Artino leaves it for Tien Lei. And that's a foul called on Saigon. Tien will head to the free throw line. Look at what happened here. The drop pass. And Durker was left with no other recourse but to give up the foul.
Kyle Julius recognizes that there's a huge mismatch with Artino inside. If Formosa's just patient, they can get that mismatch. Stop taking quick shots, let Artino get to his spot. Even though Perone's back in the game, he still has 4 fouls. Keep playing through Artino. And on the other end, Murphy Bernatowski having a great game, playing a lot of energy, carrying his team. Let Bernatowski continue to handle the ball and look for the Saigon Heat locals to continue to make big shots.
Tien Lei knocked down the first one. The second is too strong. 4.5 minutes remaining in the basketball action between Saigon and Formosa.
Fasten your seatbelts in the last 4 minutes. We're going to see an exciting finish.
Sang Ding, money on the drain. 5 three-pointers for Saigon in the fourth quarter.
And the last 3 by their locals, hitting big shots. That's the formula for winning in this league, is timely basketball plays by local players.
The 3 locals on the floor for Saigon have all hit big three-pointers. The latest of those came from Sang Ding, extending the Saigon lead to 6.
And once again, another very questionable call. And the referee was making those calls. I happen to really like him. He's a nice guy, but let's let the players decide the game in the final 4 minutes and change.
Miller passes to Artino. Gets hacked by Young. And Justin Young will be whistled for his 4th personal foul.
A lot of ball, but as I said earlier, when you reach in the ABL and in this region, 19 out of 20, it's going to be called a foul. And even though that was a good, aggressive defensive play, Artino was going strong to the rim, and he gets the call on it and a chance to cut into this lead.
Artino, however, misses the first free throw. That could really hurt Formosa. But before we get back to the action, let's get a chance to lay down the foul trouble situation for Saigon. 3 players with 4 fouls: Justin Young, Chris Durker, and Kyle Barone. For the Formosa Dreamers, 2 guys in Malcolm Miller and Li Shui Lin. 2 misses. Almost a tip in there. But an empty possession there for Formosa.
That's 3 missed free throws in a row for Formosa. Those might come back to haunt them.
Up by 6 is Saigon. Celia almost losing it. Young attacking Miller, losing the basketball, and that's going to be a turnover. Ball will stay with Saigon. Only 6 seconds remaining on their shot clock.
That's a good job of Chen coming in there and taking a swipe. That was close, but Saigon Heat retained possession, and let's see if they can hit another big shot.
Bernatowski will take it from deep. Still had a good 3 seconds remaining. Could have gone closer.
Yeah, still got a 6-point lead. Let's see if Saigon Heat can get a stop.
Chen stops. Couldn't get the basket. Possibly. Contact down low, no whistle. Miller gets away and lays it in off the glass.
Good patient take by Miller. He sees Justin Young on him. Space to his right. He knows he has the quickness and the height advantage, and a good finish at the rim, and now a 4-point game with about 3 minutes remaining.
Bernatowski attacking now. Ball is lost. Taken away by Formosa. Kenny Chen bumps into Celia, draws the foul, and Chen will head to the free throw line for 2.
A lot of contact on the other end. Bernatowski at the glass. No call there. Chen comes back. I thought a good call by the official. Corey Celia was there, but he didn't make himself wide enough and take it square in the chest. That's a block every time.
Take a look at this. Kenny Chen. Well, Celia tried to read where Chen was trying to go, but was a tad bit too late.
Yeah, good call by the official. I don't think anybody will argue that.
But the free throw goes of the Dreamers, hurting them. That's 4 missed free throws now in the 4th quarter. And that's the lead, Coach.
That's the lead. 4th quarter free throws. Easy points, points at the line. They are a must in a close game.
Makes up for it by knocking down the second. Single possession ball game. Saigon up by 3. They have the basketball. Celia. Barone providing the pick. Corey. Pass was deflected by Chen. Recovered by Bernatowski. Murphy would have been huge.
Had a good look at it. He's been hot this quarter and this game, and that was one that easily could have gone in.
Miller in front of Barone. Down low to Artino. Chen for 3. No! Din with the rebound.
I'm surprised here that Dean Murray's not putting pressure on the Saigon Heat guards. They don't have a real ball handler in. Chen could pressure Corey Celia, maybe get a turnover, maybe force an 8-second call.
Bernatowski gets to the basket. Double team. Release pass. Sang Din. Pull up. Wild shot there. Miller saves the basketball. Another chance for Formosa. It's winning time. We're down to the last 2 minutes. Malcolm Miller. Is Formosa settling for 3-pointers?
Yes, I just don't understand. They've got advantages. Saigon Heat, 3 guys in foul trouble with 4 fouls, and they're taking good shots instead of putting the pressure on the Saigon Heat defense to get stops.
Justin Young. Back to Bernatowski. Murphy against Glass. Glass playing great defense, and Tevin forces the 24-second shot clock violation.
Great job by Glass of staying on his feet, staying chest to chest in the post, not going for those spin moves, and understanding that Bernatowski generally goes left. Big stop there by the Dreamers. Let's see if they can take advantage.
Golden possession for Formosa. Chen setting things up. Malcolm Miller will take the 3. Way off. Sang Din out of control. And he breaks the A-board.
Not only was he out of control, but he put a big split in the hustle board, trying to make a hustle play.
I thought we only see that in professional wrestling. Apparently here as well in the ABL.
Well, he made a great play one way or the other, but that's an unnecessary play by Sang Din. He's got no numbers. The Dreamers have guys back. You got a 3-point game, a minute to go. Slow the ball down. Set it up. Get a good look. You've got a 3-point lead. Get a good possession.
Under a minute to go. Formosa has the basketball. They're down by 3. Chen using that screen from Artino. Gives it to his big. Artino gets the deuce. 1-point game.
The Dreamers could be running this nearly every possession. But they're forcing these long threes. That's a big shot and a steal here.
Oh, taken from the blind side. A foul is called on Bernatowski. He pushed Chen aside when both of them were struggling to get possession. And Saigon already in penalty, so that will be 2 free throws.
Yeah, and a 2-for-1 possession. 39 seconds to go. Formosa will get the ball back as well. But I talked about it a second ago. Putting pressure on the Saigon Heat ball handlers. Chen, being the veteran player, the crafty guy that he is, sees Bernatowski as their sole ball handler. His head is down, trying to make a play. Then he goes in there. That should be a loose ball foul. That should be 2 free throws.
Looks like they rule it an offensive foul. So it will only be an inbound. Curious call there. But it's also the 4th personal foul of Bernatowski. Chance for the Dreamers to take the lead. Can they do so?
This is their corner set that they like to run.
Miller looking for options. Ardino to the basket. Miller with the cleanup. Miller gets Formosa the lead.
Big second chance basket by Malcolm Miller. Has been in foul trouble this whole game. Doesn't give up on the play. Sees that his team needs a bucket. Attacks the glass, gets the finish, gives his team a 1-point lead, and we've got another fantastic finish at CIS.
Hang on to your seats, folks. 74-73. The advantage of the visiting Formosa Dreamers with the Saigon Heat. You know that they will not let this crowd down without giving up a fight. Coach Kyle Julius will draw up something here. And this is a timeout. We'll be back to deliver the conclusion of this ball game. The tension has risen here inside the CIS arena. Formosa has taken a 1-point lead in Saigon basketball with 23.5 seconds remaining, but only 14 seconds on their shot clock. Coach Kevin, what do they do? What should they do?
14, oh, they inbound, it should be 24. I think that's a mistake on the shot clock.
When they advance it, the shot clock goes down to 14.
That's right. So I would score quickly here. Give yourself a chance. Try to score quickly. In case you miss, you can foul.
What a block! Devin Glass with a big block. And Chen ahead. And he didn't score. He didn't try to go for the layup though. He allowed Sangdin to give him the foul. What a defensive stop for the Dreamers.
Great job at challenging Bernatowski at the rim. Good recognition by the Formosa Dreamers, knowing that Murphy Bernatowski was going to attack the glass. Was that Kenny Chin with the block there?
It was Devin Glass who rose up high. It seemed like his head was over the basket, the rim. And these are pressure-packed free throws for Chen Xinyan. His first attempt from the line in this game.
Now we got a few different scenarios here. 1-point game. The Dreamers also have a foul to give.
And even if Chen makes this, it's still a one-possession game. He misses. Bernatowski to Young. 7 seconds remaining. Murphy staring down Miller. Bernatowski front rims a 3. Glass taken by Justin Young.
Oh, wow.
A foul is called on Devin Glass with 0.6 of a second remaining on the clock.
Second chance points. The Saigon Heat not giving up on any play. And wow, what a
miss
call.
there. And Justin Young, he was just fighting hard to get an opportunity to fight back. But these are pressure-packed free throws. He's 1 of 2 in this game so far. Way short on the first one. The second one will be for the tie.
And wow, that came up quite a bit short. This is a big free throw.
Justin Young converts on the second. Tie game, 0.6 of a second. Formosa still has a timeout, and they will use it. They will get to advance the basketball to their side of the court. Obviously, Tevin Glass frustrated, disappointed, and the foul called on him. But they still have a big chance to win this year, or maybe go into overtime.
Yep, in basketball, you have to have a short-term memory. Got to forget about the last play and think about the next play. The situation right now, 0.6 to go, tie ball game. At worst, you go to overtime. I expect Dean Murray to run a play here, draw up a play to get something at the rim. Obviously, with 0.6, you don't have a lot of time. Maybe look for a back screen, try to clip Kyle Barone up high, throw it to Will Artino or Tevin Glass at the rim, maybe get a tip, an easy shot, or even a foul call with 0.6 to go. So I'd want to get something at the rim.
Did anyone expect anything less than this in a game between the top two teams so far in the ninth season of the ABL?
So let me just say, this Saigon Heat team, I said it after the last game at CLS. You win your first 2 games of the year not playing your best basketball, it gives the team a lot of confidence, and it gives the team great chemistry. They're playing this game without their best player, arguably the front-running MVP.
Chen with the inbound now. Can Formosa take the win with 0.6 of a second remaining? On the floor, Glass, Artino, Miller, and Kenny Chan.
Yeah, they got a mistake here. They got Corey Silly on glass. They're going to get something at the rim. Looks like you're going to get Chen on a back screen on glass, and Sang Din's going to have to switch and get up there.
Across screen. Miller coming out. He gets a good look. And Miller is off. We will need 5 extra minutes to settle this one. Both Saigon and Formosa, after 4 quarters, remain 3-0. It will take an extra period to deliver a loss to one of these teams.
We expect nothing less for the battle of 2 3-0 teams, but again, I'm really impressed with Saigon Heat playing with such passion and motivation without their leader, Trayvon Hughes.
Did you expect that play to be the one they go to, Coach?
I did not. It's not a shot that I thought we'd see Formosa get. Although we've seen Malcolm Miller hit big shots early on in this ABL 9 season, I would have expected with their height and athleticism to get something at the rim, maybe get a foul call, maybe get a tip in, a higher percentage look, a higher percentage run at it than a long fadeaway 3 by Miller. But like I said, Dean Murray told his guys in the huddle, 0.6 to go, tie ball game. They're without one of their best players. At worst, we go to overtime, and I feel if we go to overtime, we've got the advantage. So let's not turn it over, let's not make a mistake. Let's try to make the best play we can, either win or take our losses to overtime.
7-4 ball at the end of regulation. Overtime when we come back. More minutes. Free basketball coming your way, courtesy of the 9th season of the ABL.
You said 5 minutes. I didn't say 5 minutes. We might have 10 or 15 the way this game's going.
Let me correct myself. At least 5 more minutes.
5 for now, right?
That's right. And on the floor, starting for Formosa here in the extension. Same 5 earlier. Chen, Kenny Chen, Malcolm Miller, Will Artino, Tevin Glass, Saigon, Sturker, Young, Celia, we got Bernatowski rather, and Barone. And it's a turnover for the Dreamers to open up overtime.
Well, they're running this zipper flare to Miller and wasting a lot of time. It's simple. You have a mismatch with Artino. Barone has 4 fouls. Give the ball to Artino. He's shown that he can make plays. Let him do his thing.
Bernatowski guarded heavily by Glass. Thurker, his pass hit under the backboard, but it was tapped by Chen, so it still be Saigon basketball.
That's a break for Saigon. Thurker got caught. Baseline, left his feet. He was in a tough spot and got bailed out on the tip by Chen.
Young having difficulty inbounding that basketball, throws it away. Still found a way to Celia. Barone from deep, money on the break.
Barone's been due. He's been struggling all game from the outside, and it's a timely basket to begin overtime.
He was 0 for 4 from three-point range before that one. Finally got one. It was the most important one of it all. Chen getting away. The layup is good.
Chen, the veteran, cagey veteran, with a very patient play, gets an easy one at the rim.
Saigon's turn on offense. Bernatowski puts it up. Money on the three! Murphy Bernatowski has been stroking it since earlier. That's his 8th three-pointer in this game.
Big shot by Bernatowski, but another defensive breakdown by the Formosa Dreamers. They got Glass and Miller in the same spot. All they have to do is switch. It's the Justin Young screen. Switch, get out on Bernatowski, as you know he's going to shoot that shot.
And Ardino getting another basket there to bring Formosa within 2. Thurker out to Barone. Young takes it to the basket. Oh, out of nowhere! Kyle Barone popping up that miss.
Second chance points and hustle plays. Saigon Heat, that's what's keeping them in the game.
Big plays here in OT for Barone and Bernatowski. Glass looking to answer, too strong on the triple. 4-point lead, Saigon.
Entire fourth quarter and overtime, the Formosa Dreamers have fallen in love with that three-point shot, and it's hurt them.
They've been wanting to answer a Saigon three-pointer with the 3 of their own. There it is again. And Miller will miss. Wasted possession there.
It's a rush shot. They can get whatever they want if they calmly run their offense. So you see Miller and Glass both taking quick, hurried shots.
Barone gets the separation, but not the shot. Offensive board though. He was top there. Ardino taking it.
Barone's got to be careful there. He almost got his 5th foul after that missed shot.
Chen will take a 3. And you're right. You mentioned it earlier, Coach. Formosa practically or just taking 3s here in overtime.
Well, they really dialed down their offense to running a first pass shot.
Chen on Bernatowski. Murphy sees the opening. The help was there. Thurker. And it's going to be a technical foul on Chen for faking a foul. This is going to be a very important call.
Oh, I'm laughing in disbelief. A little theatrical there by Chen, but he took some contact. Bernatowski's a big guy, but that is an unnecessary technical foul at this juncture of the game. And again, it's just a call that doesn't need to be made. Let the players decide. Fortunately, it didn't hurt them there as Bernatowski missed the free throw, but I don't like the call. I mean, let the players play. You know, let the league handle that. If we've got a fine system or some kind of warning for flopping, but it's a tough call. But nevertheless, no harm, no foul there as Bernatowski missed the free throw.
82-78 is still the score. Saigon Heat up by 4. And the fans starting to come alive now. Bernatowski with 36 big points in this ball game. As we mentioned earlier, it's an ABL career high for Murphy. How about Saigon, despite playing the entire second half without Trevon Hughes, they're still up by 4.
What can you say? This team's playing with a ton of determination. Second chance points, hustle plays, defensive stops, playing real smart, high IQ basketball. Kyle Julius has preached smart basketball. if you go to his practices, he's really tough on his guys about making the right basketball play, and that's what they're doing. You're seeing Formosa not play smart basketball, taking first pass, rush three-pointers, not running their offense, not taking advantage of the mismatches. You see Saigon Heat, on the other hand, playing smart basketball, knowing and valuing each possession.
And there are things that are being clarified here. Five seconds remaining on the shot clock. That's what the officials tried to sort out. Bernatowski by the baseline. Put it up and missed. Formosa still breathing here. Forward pass to Glass. What a pass from Chen. Right on the money for his teammate.
That's one of those as a coach. No, 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 but yes, nice pass.
Formosa within two now. A minute and a half remaining in first overtime. From the blind side, Chen. Celia to beat. Chen ties the game.
Very smart player by Chen there. Recognizing that Bernatowski is the feature player, comes off his man, comes off Justin Young, who's not an offensive threat, makes a big steal, and we have a tie ball game with 1:13 to go.
Bernatowski trying to take the lead for Saigon. He attacks baseline, stops on a dime, looking for options. Celia. Barone from the corner, no! Under a minute to go, it's Formosa basketball.
That's a good stop there by the Formosa Dreamers, who now have a little 4-0 run momentum here inside a minute to go.
Chen Xinyan has come up big here in the fourth and overtime. Kenny Chen for the lead, yes!
Kenny Chen, who hasn't taken a shot in a very long time, hits a big, wide open corner three.
Missed his first 2 3-pointers, but got that one. Bernatowski answers back with his own.
What'd you say about those 5 more minutes there, partner?
I said that there could be more.
Well, we'll see. There's still a lot of time to go, and Formosa looks like they're going to play for close to the final shot.
About 3 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. 85 all. Miller has that basketball to Ardino. Puts it up. He gets fouled. Will it be on Bernatowski or Young? Because both of those guys are nursing 4 fouls. It's going to be on Justin Young. And Young will foul out of this ball game. Take a look at that big shot from Kenny Chen. Got Formosa a 3-point lead, but not for long because Bernatowski getting to 39 points on his 9th 3-pointer of this game.
I'm looking at the Saigon Heat bench, and we get to another overtime. They're a little light on the bench. But Artino's going to the line. We got 6 seconds to go. There's still a lot of basketball left.
Will Ardino has shot 0 for 4 from the free throw line. And he continues to miss.
That's been the story of the second half, especially the fourth quarter and overtime, is when the missed free throws, points just left off the board for the Formosa Dreamers.
Second one. He gives Formosa the lead. 6.2 seconds remaining. A 1-point lead for the visiting Formosa Dreamers. Justin Young fouled out. Trayvon Hughes unavailable due to a hamstring injury that happened back in the second quarter. But Murphy Bernatowski, you expect him to at least try and get something for his team. He's got 39 points, but there are a lot of other guys who can hurt Formosa in this last possession.
There are, and they're going to go to Bernatowski. He's been the hot hand. He's the guy that's attacking, making plays. Bernatowski's got to keep his head up. Last couple possessions, he had his head down. He hit that big 3, but before that, Chen got a steal. He's got to keep his head up. He has to trust his teammates. I think Dean Murray will put a lot of pressure on Bernatowski. He'll make him give up the ball, and he'll make one of the other players try to beat and win this game.
Back in the fourth quarter in regulation, this was a similar situation. Last few seconds, Formosa up by 1, but Tevin Glass fouled Justin Young with 0.6 of a second remaining, and Young split his free throws to force overtime. That is not what Formosa wants to repeat here in OT. And I'm sure Saigon also would want a field goal rather than a free throw and finish what has been one heck of a ball game. Let's see what happens here.
I'd like to see a free throw, one make and one miss.
Sandin with the inbound. Barone takes it. Kyle Barone losing control, a second remaining for the win. No! And Formosa will escape with the win. They remain perfect on the road and in the season, barely getting away from the Saigon Heat. The Dreamers dream on, collecting an 86-85 victory in what will become one of the best games in the 9th season of ABL. And yes, barely a week into the season, we're saying this already, this is gonna be one of the greats.
Wow, sensational defense by Will Artino there. Formosa Dreamers did a great job, as we talked about, coming out of the timeout. Dean Murray made sure to put a lot of pressure on Bernatowski. They loaded the side with their athletes. Didn't fall for the fake on Bernatowski, gave it up to Barone, had the big body Artino on him, put his hands up, forced a tough shot, and Formosa escapes with a 1-point overtime victory and to go 4-0 in this early ABL 9 season with 4 road wins. Congratulations to the Formosa Dreamers.
Will Artino leading the way with 29 points and 12 rebounds. Malcolm Miller had some very important shots back in regulation. 14 and 11 for him. And also another double-double for Tevin Glass, 16 and 10. Bernatowski, well, Formosa spoiled a career night for him. 39 big points, Coach Kevin, on a superb 9 made three-pointers.
No question. Give a lot of credit to Kyle Julius and the Saigon Heat. They were left for dead losing Trayvon Hughes. Coming out of the second half, the Dreamers come out and make a huge third quarter 26-11 run. They've got all the momentum, 7-point lead headed into the fourth quarter, but this team didn't quit. Murphy Bernatowski, Corey Cilia, Justin Young, Sang Din, Chris Durker kept fighting, willed their way into this game, and very easily could have come away with the victory.
You're seeing some of the big plays. You also have to give a lot of credit to Chen Xinyan, who came up with 2 very important steals that led to baskets for Formosa, and that one was what tied the game up. And also Kenny Chen, the big three-pointer that gave Formosa a 3-point lead late in overtime, only to be answered back with a triple by Bernatowski. There were so many big players and big plays in this game.
So many big plays, and the first 3 games here at CIS this year, fantastic finishes down the stretch, and this was going to be like here all year. This is the place to be for ABL 9, that's for sure. But I want to talk about Chen and Kenny Chen, the role players, the local players for the Formosa Dreamers, making big plays down the stretch. We saw Tevin Glass, we saw Malcolm Miller forcing a lot of plays in the fourth quarter and overtime, but it was the local players making those big plays, those winning plays that you need to build a championship caliber team. And we saw that from Kenny Chen and Chen.
And that will put an end to what has been a very, very crazy game. We'll leave you with the highlights from my partner, Coach Kevin Yerkes, for the entire team behind this broadcast. And of course, for the ASEAN Basketball League, my name is Judd Sulit. We are just starting the 9th season of the ABL. If you want this kind of basketball, stick around for the rest of the season. We'll see you and bring you more action from the 9th season of the ABL. Continue to rise to greatness.